Hello, everyone, and welcome to VMblog's coverage of the VMware Explore 2025 event taking place in Las Vegas. And today we're joined by Jeffrey Gregor, General Manager of OVHcloud. Gregor, welcome to the show.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So before we jump in, I know this is the first time, we've had the pleasure of speaking to you and your company. Can you provide VMblog viewers with just a quick overview of the company and what you're focused on in 2025?
Sure. Well, we've been a long time VMware partner, and we're very happy to be included as a Pinnacle partner in the new infrastructure that Broadcom has laid out since their acquisition of VMware. But OVH Cloud is a global cloud provider, first starting in France in 1999 and expanding throughout Europe and the rest of the world. I run OVH Cloud US, and we've been in business since 2017. And both the US company and the OVH Cloud in France and the rest of the world, we really focus on delivering flexibility, transparency, and performance that modern businesses need to scale and build their solutions in the cloud. Maybe, as you said, this is the first time we've talked, and maybe a lot of the listeners haven't heard of OVH Cloud, but we operate over 450,000 physical servers in 46 of our own data centers across 4 continents, and we serve over 1.6 million customers in 140 countries. So we are a significant player in the cloud, and we take a different view than most other cloud providers who are either focused on being VMware resellers or operating a public cloud, or in some cases, delivering bare metal cloud. But we're really a hybrid multi-cloud provider, and we deliver all those solutions to our customers in our global data centers all around the world. So we really help customers be able to innovate, build modern apps, deploy AI, navigate these complex licensing models, and we do it for a fair and transparent subscription price.
So, Gregor, if you don't mind me asking, how does your company integrate with VMware's ecosystem? And where do you see the strongest kind of partnership opportunities with VMware's kind of evolving platform strategy?
Yeah, so as I mentioned a moment ago, we've been very tightly partnered and integrated with VMware. We've been delivering basically a vSphere-as-a-Service solution since 2011, and the direction that VMware is going following the Broadcom acquisition, aligning on this VCF platform. That's basically what we built ourselves, those many years ago, and we've been innovating and iterating over the years. So we have pretty much already offered that type of solution to our customers in the cloud. Additionally, when we first started OVH Cloud US back in 2017, one of the very first things that we did was we acquired vCloud Air from VMware, and that was VMware's cloud division. And so we've had this very tight connection with VMware for many years. And also, as I mentioned, we're very happy to be continuing and being a Pinnacle partner with VMware. And to that end, we're continuing to offer these solutions that are aligned with their VCF strategy, and we're offering it in a few different flavors. So a VCF solution on dedicated resources, because we know a lot of companies and customers are focused on private cloud, and they want not only the logical isolation, but the physical isolation on their own hardware. But we're also launching a VCF offering that's on mutualized hardware, so that we can address a larger part of the market, maybe folks who don't need all of the resources and they just want this mutualized solution so they can keep using the VMware technology. And then the last thing is we also know that for data residency and data sovereignty, or in very highly regulated or secure industries, or even military and government or banking or industry applications, we are offering what we're calling on-premise cloud platform, where it's the OVH Cloud hardware and software stack, including VMware, that you can deploy in an on-premise or any location, and it can either be connected or completely disconnected and air-gapped from the internet.
Kind of sticking on this topic, you talked about the partnership and the value that OVH Cloud delivers to companies that are running VMware. What are some of the key challenges that you specifically solve that are going to make a VMware administrator who's at the show want to come by and visit the OVH Cloud booth?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I think we bring a lot of value, especially to some customers who may be challenged by, some of the changes with, again, the program and the partner setup following, Broadcom's acquisition of VMware. And what OVH Cloud offers is the pure VMware experience. As I mentioned earlier, like since 2011, we've been delivering what's basically, vSphere-as-a-Service. And what we deliver to our customers is the pure VMware experience. It's not some OVH Cloud layer on top of it. So the end users can get in the cloud experience either on dedicated hardware or mutualized hardware, or as I just mentioned, on dedicated hardware on-prem with the OVH on-premise cloud platform. It's the vSphere that they know and love. There's no additional training or learning curve. And what we bring as value is we have built over the years all the automation where we set up the entire environment, including setting up all the virtual distributed switches and the networking and everything. And then the customers can just log in, and it's the vSphere they know and love, including NSX and all of the other parts of the VMware solution that they're used to, and it's zero learning curve, and they can just get right to business. We also don't, lock in our customers in any way. Like I said, it's a subscription model, so they can, add and detract as they need, and add more resources. We have very transparent and predictable pricing, which we know with a lot of cloud providers, especially in the public cloud, it's very difficult for customers to calculate what their future billing is going to be. We don't charge for ingress or egress bandwidth on our solutions, especially with the VM solution. So that's very attractive to customers. And also, as I mentioned, not only the VMware solution that we offer, but with our own public cloud and our bare metal solutions and our whole hybrid multi-cloud approach, if customers need to add other resources outside of their VMware environment for dev and test or backup or other sort of things, it's very easy for them to connect all of these things using our technology called vRAC, which is a layer 2 private network, which allows them to connect any of their OVH cloud services in any of our global data centers on a layer 2 private network, so they don't even have to transit the public internet.
Now, you've kind of talked a little bit about some of the different types of offerings that you have, but maybe we could kind of take a deeper dive into it and talk about some of the core technology offerings that you guys offer, as well as how they work within enterprise infrastructures.
Yeah, sure. So we offer, as I said, the full VMware experience. We're also partners with Zerto and Veeam, so you can get those integrations very easily for disaster recovery and backup. We also have what we call OVH Cloud Connect. So if you need direct connections to your on-premise, if you're extending to the cloud or maybe doing a DR solution with OVH Cloud, if you're going to keep some of your workloads on-premise or somewhere else or even in another cloud, it's very easy to do that. We have a vast global network. In fact, we own and operate our own global fiber network. So we've got lots of peering agreements and lots of points of presence. And with our OVH Cloud Connect offering, you can get high-speed direct connections, from any other place that you're operating to OVH Cloud. As I mentioned, we also have our own public cloud, including a managed Kubernetes that runs on OpenStack. So if you need some public cloud resources to go along with your VMware solution, that's very easy to integrate. We're rolling out more and more AI solutions, and we'll be integrating more and more GPU offerings into our dedicated hardware that runs the VMware solution in the future. So we make it really easy for customers, again, to not only operate their VMware infrastructure, but any other kind of cloud infrastructure that they need to put the right workloads to the right solutions and in the right places.
That's great. It's a really, really good deep dive and discussion into the technology, kind of moving beyond the technology itself, but talking about like your competitive positioning. It's a crowded space sometimes, and with marketing speak out on the internet, sometimes people aren't crystal clear in what it is that somebody does. You just gave a good explanation of that. What about differentiation? What makes your company, in your mind, and the product differentiated in the market?
Yeah, so there's a few things. So one, we deliver very high performance for the best cost, and we can do that for a couple different reasons. I've already mentioned about our networking, but we're also vertically integrated. We design and build our own servers. We do everything from cutting and bending the sheet metal to designing the servers, putting the components on the board, putting them in racks that we design and build ourselves, and cabling them. And then we put them in our over 46 global data centers, like I mentioned earlier. So all of that vertical integration allows us to have some cost savings, and we pass that on to our customers. Another key differentiator, which I've mentioned before, is that we don't charge for ingress or egress bandwidth, which is a huge pain point for customers, especially in the public cloud. They think that the cost for a compute instance seems very reasonable, but then they start moving a lot of data around and they get these surprise massive ingress and egress bandwidth bills. And then, like I said, we also offer the VRAC solution, so customers can even keep, their databases and other applications secure and only have the data transit on our layer 2 private network, so it doesn't even have to transit on the public internet. Another thing that we've been doing that's in our DNA at OVH Cloud is we're very sustainable by design, and we've been using and innovating on our water cooling technology since the early 2000s. So all of our servers are water cooled, and that's another way that we can save on energy costs. And we have industry leading, PUE, CUE, and WE because we use a closed loop water cooling system. So not only does it allow the processors to operate more efficiently, but it reduces our costs for water and electricity. And again, we can pass those savings on to our customers to give them really great performance for cost. And then, like I said, the other thing is we are a global player, and all we do is cloud. We're a pure play cloud provider. So we're not distracted doing other things. We're just trying to be the best cloud provider that we can. And we really protect our customers' data. And it's very important, especially in Europe, but of course, anywhere around the world. Customers always want to know where their data is and if it's being moved around somewhere. And our customers are always completely in control of their data. They always know where it is. We don't make backups and put them somewhere else or move them to other countries. And especially in France, they've got Secnum Cloud certifications and other EU certifications where they really protect their European customers' data in accordance with all of the EU laws and regulations. So in summary, we're sustainable by design. We are vertically integrated, and by design, we're focused on protecting our customers' data, and we offer a global solution to customers all around the world.
Now, VMware Explore is kind of traditionally a place where a lot of these companies go and make uh, announcements and talk about their latest products. Does OVH Cloud have any announcements that you'll be making at the show?
Yeah, so thanks for that opportunity. So I've got three things that I'd like to mention. So first of all, we're very proud to be the sponsor of the VMware Hands-On Lab. That's a very important component of the event every year, and so we're using again our great OVH Cloud infrastructure, and we're delivering the hands-on lab for the customers. So if you get a chance or if you've signed up for some of those sessions, please check it out and know that it's running on OVH Cloud infrastructure in the background. And we're going to be continuing that partnership with VMware, and they'll still be using the infrastructure that we're providing for several other more localized events after this event in Las Vegas. As far as specific announcements around products and solutions from OVH Cloud, I have two, which I've sort of already mentioned earlier. One is what we're calling public VCF as a service. So that's taking, again, the VMware solution, the vSphere that customers know and love, and we're offering it on mutualized hardware because, again, with the new Broadcom and VMware pricing models, some smaller customers or smaller deployments sort of get priced out with the minimum core model and some other constraints. So we're able to take large servers and slice them up and offer that to customers if that meets their needs. But of course, we also still have our tried and true VMware solution hosted private cloud on dedicated resources. And the other thing that I've already mentioned is we're really focused on our on-prem cloud platform, which brings OVH Cloud hardware and our software stack, which is all based on open source software and is fully auditable. Again, it meets all of the certifications that customers would need, ISO and SOC, as well as that SecNum Cloud certification that's very important to our French customers. And that can be deployed, in a customer's on-premise data center, in an industrial environment, in a factory, and it's really focused for, highly secure applications like banking and finance, or even military and government and those sort of situations.
Now, Gregor, as we wrap things up, I have really one final question for you, and it's really looking at, what major technology trends and industry shifts is OVH Cloud seeing take shape, and how do those trends influence the company's roadmap?
Yeah, thanks for that. So we and talking to many analysts plus our customers and what we're seeing in the market or people we meet at events like VMware Explore, we know that there's a lot of dissatisfaction with the public cloud, and people move to the public cloud and they aren't really getting the value that they expected. Like I said, the bandwidth charges and what seem like some hidden fees or surprise charges. So we know that some people are considering moving from the cloud, meaning the public cloud, back to an on-premise solution. And at OVH Cloud, we really think that they can get the value of the cloud. I mean, I know that they can get the value of the cloud with OVH Cloud, so they don't have to move back on-prem and go back to getting their CapEx budget and buying all the hardware and cabling it and maintaining it themselves. We offer that to our customers in the cloud, but we deliver the value that they were missing in the public cloud. Like I said, the transparent pricing, the no charges for ingress and egress, the dedicated resources, both on our pure bare metal offerings or like on our offerings with VMware. And then the on-prem cloud platform also addresses that if they do need to go back and have complete control in an on-premise situation, they don't need to design and build everything themselves. They can, get this plug and play solution with the OVH Cloud software stack already set up so that they can, be their own internal cloud provider. So that's one area that I think, we're really focused on is supporting customers who need private cloud, meaning, dedicated resources either in the cloud or on-prem. But also, we know that it's a hybrid and multi-cloud world. And so, with our own public cloud, these private cloud solutions like bare metal and the VMware solution, along with some other AI and database as a service and some other platform as a service offerings, we're really giving customers all of the building blocks that they need to be successful in the cloud. And then, of course, we're always looking to how we can integrate more GPUs and AI solutions because we know that's a very hot topic. But we also know that, probably a lot of companies aren't really sure where they want to go yet. So we're working to make sure that we can come up with the right solutions to really address their problems and pain points in the way that we've done with all of our other products in the over 25 years we've been in business.
Well, Gregor, I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with VMblog. And where can our listeners go if they want to find out more information about some of the stuff we've talked about today?
Yeah, so we have two websites. So you can go to www.ovhcloud.com. That'll get you to the website and the geographic websites for all of our geographic business units outside of the US. For OVH Cloud US, you can go to us.ovhcloud.com. And the reason that we're set up that way, again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. My company, OVH Cloud US, we're a global company. We can deliver services in all of the OVH Cloud global data centers, and I've got customers from all around the world. But if you're a US customer, or if you want services in our US data centers, then you need to do business with OVH Cloud US. If you're in Europe or another area and you want that protection from the Cloud Act and the Patriot Act, and you want to deal with a non-US company, then www.ovhcloud.com, and they can handle you in any other area of the world. And we've got websites in various different languages and currencies and that sort of thing for those sort of customers.
Great. Well, thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you at VMware Explore 2025.
Yeah, we've been attending for many years and very happy to be back there again this year. And again, very happy to be sponsoring the Hands-On Lab for the first time.
Hmm.